Hi guys, I hope that my audio is audible. Let me check. Okay, good. So I welcome you all to another video of ours, and we will be tackling about amplitude. For this video about our lessons in Amp4, we will be actually dealing with amplitude and how to solve for the sunrise and sunset, and as well as the compass error by amplitude. No, so uh, I wish you will be learning something from this video, and thank you again for watching this video. Let's start. A celestial body's amplitude is the arc between the observed body on the horizon and the point where the observer's horizon intersects the celestial equator. So with this one, no, according sa ating illustration dito, when we say amplitude, it is the arc daw between the observed body. This is our observed body. This is our observed body. And then, this is our horizon. And this is the celestial equator. This is our polar north, celestial north natin. And this is our zenith. Now, we had already defined what are those terminologies in the previous videos that we have. No, so, with regards to this one is our body. And this one is ang sinasabi dito na between the observed body on the horizon and the point where the observer's horizon intersects now the celestial equator. So bakit ganito, no? Kasi this line no represents our prime vertical circle actually. And we had also defined in our previous videos what is meant by our prime vertical circle, wherein it is a great circle in our celestial sphere that passes through the zenith and the nadir, as well as it defines your east and the west point. We have here this one as your principal vertical circle, or it's a great circle that passes through the zenith and nadir and passes through the north and the south as well. Now, this one kasi forms in 90 degrees. It forms in 90 degrees here. It forms 90 degrees here, and at the same time, this celestial body, ang na-form natin dito is, ang tawag natin dito sa angle na na-form dito is amplitude, no? And this one is your azimuth, no? And this will later on be complementary to each other. Later on na yan, di-discuss natin. With another definition that we have here, amplitude is the angle at the zenith between the prime vertical and the vertical circle of the body when on the horizon. I already told you and discussed you about this, that ang sinasabi natin dito na, for example, ito, medyo pinatigilid ko siya, so that para ma-appreciate natin na this line will be this line, of course, because this is the prime vertical circle natin and passes through the east and the west points. But here, on this part, no, this is our body and this is this part. Yes. Whenever we are naming amplitude, whenever we have amplitude, ang format ng ano niya, ng amplitude is this one. The east or west, then 45 the angle, and then north or south. Tandaan lang 'yan. That the first one here that appears, or in the prefix kumbaga, kasi hindi lang po applicable yung prefix at saka suffix sa ating mga ano, no? The direction, no, can be a prefix for us in the navigation, and the prefix is found before the angle, and the suffix is what is after the number. So before the number, no, east or west tayo. And we define it east if it is rising. If it is setting, no, west. When we say rising, a certain celestial body is appearing on the horizon, no, up, from the horizon up. And then when we say setting, no, it starts to disappear, no, on the horizon natin. So if it's rising, then our uh, dito prefix is east, and then west naman kapag setting. Natatawa ako kasi during the class, no, I was asked how to mnemonically, or how to make a mnemonics or something that will easily remember this one. So sabi ko, kasi 'di ba sabi ni Pacquiao, magpa-pronounce kapag nagpo-pronounce si Pacquiao, sorry po, Sir Manny, hello. Or kung ang mga kaibigan natin, no, iiris daw, iris, no, si iris, rising, iris, and then west, west, tapos set. I hope it helps. I hope it helps, no, to easily remember east as for the rising and the west for the setting. Ang kapag nauuna yung north or south, azimuth na yon. Kapag nauuna natin, nauuna si tawag dito, si east or west, then yan yung tinatawag nating amplitude. The suffix north or south, no, if the body's declination is north, no, and our south, or the s, oh, in the suffix, if the body's declination is south. So this one, no, ang tawag natin dito, ang part na to is nakuha natin ito sa ating nautical almanac, no. So later on meron tayong nautical almanac na nakuha natin sa internet. I hope na meron tayo ditong nautical almanac for a while. Nasa na yun? Wait lang po hanapin natin yung nautical almanac. Yun. So, meron tayo dito ang nautical almanac. We got this nautical almanac from the internet. No, thank you sa source na nakunan ko. Hindi ko na maalala, but it's the nautical almanac for training purposes. No? So, this is very, very good actually na tool that we can use. At least we can use it for our lessons, no? So, on the part of the tawag dito, on the part of the right side, on the right side are the details, no, for our sun and the moon, sunrise and sunset. Malalaman kung right side siya because the page number is on the right side. And we have here on the left side, no, about the stars natin. So, the GHF, the stars, the declination, something like that. And dito natin makikita ang ating declination ng ating sun. We have also here nautical almanac from nauticalalmanac.com. So, this one is a 2020 version, and newer page. So, malalaman kung right side siya if yung header is not sa right side. And as you can see, meron tayong declination also dito, which will determine also our amplitude. So, going back sa ating dinidiscuss. No? So, yun yung magiging basihan natin for the amplitude. No? And if our declination, no, as we can remember, no, declination is the angle that is being formed from the horizon, or the celestial equator up up to the ating tawag dito, body, no? Observed body natin. The angle na form na yon is ang tawag natin sa kanya is declination. Sa separate na video natin, na-discuss ko doon. So, meron tayong drill, small drill dito. We have here tatlong amplitude. We need to identify if it is rising or setting. This one, is it rising or setting? Yes, this one is setting because of the west. Tapos nasa north siya. This one is nasa ano din, setting because west. West ba? West set. West setting, then south. Then this one is east. And then ito ay north ang declination niya. And this one is rising. Iris. Iiris daw. Okay. So the asymptotic rising or setting is the complement of the amplitude. Ito yung sinasabi ko that syempre, di ba, in the north and the east or the west no part, no, it forms a 90 degrees. 90 degrees this one, 90 degrees ang napo-form dito. So this 90 degrees na napo-form natin, no, yun yung ibig sabihin natin, complement siya ng ating amplitude. No? So the one that is being formed here, no, the one being formed here kasi 'di ba ito this is a principal vertical circle that passes through the north. This one is prime vertical circle that passes through the east and the west points, no? At the same time, this will actually pass through the horizon and the equator natin. So it forms a 90 degrees angle, and this amplitude can be taken if, no, i-minus lang natin sa 90 yung ito, na azimuth, we can get this one. As well as we can get this amplitude, no, the azimuth rather, if we subtract it, no, from 90. Now this one 270, ang 270 kasi 'di ba? On the west, for example, 270, tapos around the clock na ano, counterclockwise natin na clockwise natin na direction. Clockwise natin na direction, then 270 ito plus the amplitude natin, that will give you the azimuth here. I'll explain further later sa compass error na part. Now, the best daw time to get or to measure or to solve for the amplitude, no, is when the altitude of a certain celestial body or let's say sun, no, is low or nasa mababang elevation siya. And it's most desirable daw when making observations of amplitude. As I said, no, it's both easy to observe and gives the most accurate results. So if that certain body is above us, no, let's say sa zenith na point siguro, no, so it's very hard already to take the amplitude, no, or it's not a good way to take the amplitude because the altitude is already very high na, no, maximum na siya. So ang ating elevation noon is very high na rin, no? Ang ating altitude is referred to as from the horizon up to the celestial body, the angle that it makes, no, yun yung tinatawag nating altitude or elevation. We discussed already that also in previous videos. So another thing that we need to do here, no, while we discuss also the amplitude, we will be discussing about the solving for the rising and the setting. You might be wondering bakit natin kailangan itong i-solve, no? Because 'di ba ang sabi natin ang madaling or mas magandang kumuha ng amplitude kapag low ang altitude. So that means kapag kaka-rise niya pa lang, no, or nag-rising pa lang siya, that's the best time for you to get for the amplitude. So meron tayong problem dito, no. We will try to solve for the rising and the setting, no. Example, find the GMT of the sunrise and sunset on the 18th of July 2020 for latitude 47 degrees 28 minutes north and longitude 098 degrees 46 minutes west. So yun ang ating isosolve. The first thing that we need to do is we need to take the LMT at the latitude 47 degrees 28 minutes north from the nautical almanac. So we will use our nautical almanac and hanapin natin ang time ng sunrise and sunset doon na nakasulat sa nautical almanac. But since if we will look into our nautical almanac, this is July 18 na part ng ating nautical almanac, no? This is 17, this is 18, 19, and in 3 days, no? They have almost the same tawag natin dito, time for the sunrise and sunset. Wala tayong makikita na eksakto na 47 degrees 28 minutes. However, there is 50 degrees and merong 45 degrees. Ito siya, 45 and 50 degrees. So we need to take the time here. We'll just take the tabulated value here in the sunrise and the sunset. This one. So ito na siya, no? This is our time or LMT for the sunrise and sunset. So isusulat natin siya 4:31, ito 4:31 tsaka 1941 for 11 to 2000 hours. So here, 4:31 then 50:45. So here the difference is iba na 9 pala 9. So this one. Okay, so papalitan natin siya. Saan na yan? Wait lang ah. Palitan natin kasi mali. Hindi ko siya na-check. Sorry naman doon. So, eto sa example natin, no? Ay, 9 to. Tama ba? 1941. 1941 tsaka 20. So, ang difference is 19. So, ang difference niya is focus tayo dito. 20 meters, 20 meters to 20 minutes. 20 minutes, no? And then, kukunin natin yung tabular interval. Ang tabular interval is kumbaga, within this table, di ba 50, 45, ang tabular interval nito is 5. Within this 52 and 4, ang tabular interval nito is 2. Within this 54 and 56, 2 din. So, kumbaga, the difference between sa table, kumbaga, ano ang pinagkaiba-iba or ang difference ng mga nakalagay dito na latitude natin. No? So, yun. Ang ating value here, no? Kasi hanapin natin si 47 degrees 28 minutes north. And it is located here, no? In between the 45 and the 50. Tandaan lang, no? Kasi wala di bang 47 degrees. However, there is a 45, there is a 50, and we can see the 47 degrees 28. Hindi naman pwedeng gamitin natin si 431 tsaka si 411 kasi ibang latitude yun. So, we will use the exact 47 degrees 28 minutes north. No, and we'll just take note of the difference, 20 minutes, and then this tabular interval na 5 degrees, and then the latitude difference natin na 47 degrees 28 minutes north, ito siya, minus natin ng 45, which is ang latitude difference natin is 2 degrees 28. Gagamitin natin tong 2 degrees 28 mamaya sa pag-tabulate ng value kasi we want to know what is exactly kung ano ang sunrise, time of sunrise natin dito sa 47 degrees 28. So, ito ang table 1 natin na makikita sa last part ng ating nautical almanac, no? Hanapin na lang table for interpolating sunrise, moonrise, etc. No, table 1 for latitude natin. So, ang gagawin lang, you will check that 20 minutes na interval, no? And the 19, ang 19 kanina yon, we will consider also it as 20 meters. Tuloy sinasabi ko, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So, eto sa dito, 20 minutes yung line dito. Tapos, 5 degrees, di ba, ang tabular interval natin. And then, you have also to find for the ilan yung difference, no? Ilan yung difference within that tawag natin dito, within that latitude, no? Kasi 'di ba kung ma-observe nyo, puro mga siya hanggang 5, no? So, kumbaga kung gusto mong kunin si 48 for example, so you just need to go, kasi ito 45 to, di ba? 45. Ito 46. Ito 47. Then 47, 15, 47, 30. 47, 45, 48. Ito, parang ganun siya yung paggamit nitong tables for interpolating. However, 728 will round it off to 30. Whichever is nearer to the number. No, whichever nearer to the number. So, ito siya. So, interpolate natin, no? And ito siya, 10. So, from 5 degrees dito, 2:30, 2 minutes, 2 degrees 30 minutes. Tapos, ito sa 20 minutes, then 10. We have 10 minutes, no? So, ang gagawin is, di ba, meron tayong 10 minutes dito. Observe mo lang kung anong nangyayari sa dalawang numbers na ito. Is it decreasing or increasing? No, so mula sa 4:31 pumunta sa 4:11 minutes ang ating sunrise na time nung sa 50 degrees north. So this means nagde-decrease ang ating number. So by this one, no, ang gagawin natin is ma-minus natin siya. In this case also, ang 10 natin, i-minus natin dito sa 1940, titignan natin kung increasing or decreasing. So, since that 19 naging 20, and this one is increasing rather, so this one magiging plus 10. So, ang ating pag-solve is ito. 431, dito, dinagdag sa natin sa 45, and then, minus 10, you get 421. This 1941 plus 10 will give us 1951 as well. So, yun yung pagkuha ng ating LMT sa exact na location natin na 47 degrees 28 minutes north. So, this one ang magiging sagot natin. Bali, ito yung time of the sunrise at this latitude, and this one is the time of sunset at this latitude. Ang next natin gagawin is we need to solve for the GMT by applying the longitude to the LMT so that we can get exactly or we can get what is the time, no? The GMT, tawag dito, GMT time of our sunrise and sunset. So to solve for the GMT of our sunrise and sunset, it's LMT natin, which is plus or minus then the longitude. Tandaan lang yung formula. GMT is equal to LMT plus or minus the longitude. We add if it is west, then we minus if it is east. Add west minus east. So, in this case, no, we will convert first our longitude. No, we will convert first our longitude kasi nasa arc pa siya. So, we need to convert it from arc to time kasi time itong sunrise eh. So, we need to convert this arc to time. So to convert hour to time, all you have to do is on your calculator, you have just to press the tawag dito. You just need to press the 098 degrees 46 minutes divided by 15. So you get the answer of 6 hours and 35 minutes. So ang gagawin, ilalagay ko siya dito kasi yan yung i-add natin. And take note that it is west. So kapag west, anong gagawin? Balik ka dito sa rule natin, which is i-add natin yung west. So, dinagdagan natin ng 6:35. So, ang date dito is 18th. No? Kasi 4:21 minutes plus 6 hours 35 minutes. So, you get 10 hours and 56 minutes. That is the GMT time of the sunrise, no, in your place. No? So, that's 18. And at the same time, no, um, ang ating sunset, no, dahil GMT time na on your locality, no, ng pag-set ng sun in your locality. So, there is 19, and nadagdag na siya, 19 hours plus 6. So, sumobra siya, no, kasi ito magiging 50. So, 19:51, then 6 hours 35 minutes. So, will give us 6, 19 plus 6, 25. So, kapag i-compute mo siya, pag i-add mo siya, magiging 25 hours 86 minutes. So, hindi naman pwedeng 86 minutes. So, you have to subtract minus 60. Minus 60 tayo dito sa minutes. So, that gives us also minus 24 tayo. 24 kasi lumagpas tayo ng 24. So, magpa-plus 1 day tayo sa ating day. So, that means, ang 18 natin, maging plus 1. So, that becomes 19th of July na siya. Tapos, ang natira sa 24 na merong 1 hour. Kasi, di ba 86 yung nasa yung nandito? So, yun. Ang magiging magiging tawag dito. Ang magiging sagot is edit kayo natin para mas maintindihan. So, na yun. Ang sagot dito is actually 86. Tapos dito 25. Tapos 18 pa to. So, ang ginawa lang, nag-minus 24, tapos, nag-minus 60 dito. While you minus the 60 here, you add also here. So, yung minus 24 mo dito, plus 1 R. Kasi ito yon, dito siya galing. So, magiging plus 1 day din ito dito sa kabila. So, that becomes 19 days, 2 hours, and then 26 minutes. Yun siya. So, again, what is the reason kung bakit tayo nagsusolve ng rising and setting? We solve for the rising and setting because that is the perfect time for us to sight for the amplitude. Doon tayo kukuha ng amplitude natin. And during that time, no, kapag for example, on our clock on board the ship, on the local clock natin on board the ship, that's, for example, at the sunrise, 4:21 in the morning, the GMT time on board the ship is 10:56 in the morning. So that's the perfect time na kukuha ka ng amplitude or ng bearing, kumbaga, ng bearing ng sun natin. And at the same time, you will compute for the amplitude, no, of our tawag dito, of our sun, no, or the celestial body natin, because we will be using that one for computing the compass error. So, di ba, nakuha na natin yung bearing. Kinuha mo yung bearing ng sun. Nung time na yun na nag-sunrise siya. That exact time na nag-sunrise. So, you can use that bearing for you to solve for the compass error. Kasi di ba, at that time, pwede mong i-compute ang amplitude. And if given si amplitude, pwede mong i-compute si azimuth. And if you have the azimuth, it will serve as your true bearing and you can compare it to your compass bearing na kinuha mo during your compass error. So basically, you can get the compass error also with the use of amplitude. So let's try to solve one. On the 18th of July 2020, no, you're in a position of 50 degrees 30 minutes north, 20 degrees 15. This is 3 digits ha. Reminder lang, kapag longitude, mali-mali itong PowerPoint eh. Sorry po. Yun. 020 degrees 15 minutes west. The sun rose with a bearing of 080 degrees by compass, of course, because you took it by compass. And then you have a variation that you found on the chart. You have 10 degrees west. Now, the problem here is you need to find for the GMT, the declination, the amplitude, the azimuth, the compass error, and the compass deviation. So, let's try to solve one. On the 18th of July, now we have already discussed this one, how to solve for the LMT, for the GMT. So, we need to first to look for the LMT natin on the nautical almanac, and we need to find the exact 50 degrees 30 minutes north. Since wala tayong exact na 50 degrees 30 minutes north, we will be using the 50 degrees and the 52 degrees, no? Because in between that, doon natin makikita si 50 degrees 30 minutes north. So we'll get the tabular value 52 50 degrees, and the tabular value that we got is 402 and 411. 402 and 411. So, we will record this 411 and then 402. 402, 52 ah. You know. 52. 402. 52. Tapos, ang difference niya is 9 minutes. We get the tabular interval. Anong pinagkaiba ng LMT dito? We have 2. Yes. Yes po. 2 degrees. And the latitude difference natin between the 50, ang lower number natin, with the 50 degrees 30 minutes north is 0 degrees 30 minutes. No? So we'll get it on the interpolating using the nautical almanac natin. So on the last part, makikita natin itong table for interpolation natin. And we can see here that 2 degrees ang ating tabular interval. Then since that 30 minutes yon, 0 degrees 30 minutes, so here, and then 9 minutes yung difference, but we will just use 10 minutes. So that becomes 2 here, if we will interpolate. So 2 ang ating i-correction natin, and as you observe, decreasing siya or increasing? Yes, decreasing po. So decreasing siya, that's why minus 2 tayo dito. Ang 2 na to, ito yon sa ating table. So here, no, 411 minus 2 minutes. So you get 4 hours 9 minutes no, or 4:09 in the morning for the sunrise. And that's on the latitude 50 degrees 30 minutes north. Now we will apply for the longitude in time so that we can get for the GMT. We added the converted time, 20 degrees 18 minutes on your calculator divided by 15, you'll get 1 hour and 21 minutes. We will add that one because of this one, west siya. So we get the GMT of 5 hours 30 minutes. You can back back backplay joke. You can kumbaga go back to the part no wherein nag-solve tayo ng LMT at saka GMT para maintindihan ninyo for those na dumiretso dito. So yun. So given na po ang ating GMT, well, our GMT is already given, we'll need to look for the declination. And as we said earlier pa kanina, saan natin makikita yung declination? We can find it on the nautical almanac. So we will go to the nautical almanac and look for the declination with the given 18 of July, and ang time, GMT time natin is 5 hours ang pupuntahan natin. Tapos meron tayong 30 minutes for ang ating ang difference, no? Or kumbaga ito ang D natin, which is ang change no per hour. So meron tayong doong increment no na pupuntahan. So first we will look into the pag ito ang ating 2020 na tawag dito, nautical almanac. This is 17, this is 18. And we'll go with the GHA of the sun. We'll go with the GHA of the sun natin at 5 o'clock kasi 5 o'clock ito. 5 o'clock. Ang declination niya is, ito sa bale, zoom in lang, 5, ang itong part declination, ito GHA, dito tayo sa declination. This is north 20 degrees, 56.3 minutes. Yan yung ating declination for the GMT 5 July 18. We will go to the increments. Punta ka sa increments. So allow me to change our para makita natin kung ano ibig kong sabihin. Ito yung ating nautical almanac. So makikita natin on the July 18, pupunta natin July 18. Yun, very good. 17, 18, ito July 18, 5 o'clock ito. Ay, sorry. Oh, nagkamali ako kasi stars ito. So dapat dito tayo sa kabila, sa mga sun. So dahil dito 17, ito 18, pupuntahan ko to 5 o'clock, then declination is 56.3. Pupuntahan ko dito sa baba. And i-record ko tong D natin, which is minus 0.4. Pupunta ako next sa increments and correction sa pinaka last part, and pupuntahan ko ang time na 30. Dahil 'di ba, kung matatandaan ninyo, ang ating GMT is 30 minutes. So we will go to the 30. Oh, sorry. 30. Ito ang minutes niya. Bali ito 10 minutes kumbaga. 9. 12 minutes. So hanapin ko si 30. 19. 22. 25, 24. Malapit na. 28. Oh, this one is 30. Pupunta ako dito sa V and D correction. Ang D correction natin, nakalagay doon is, ilan nga? Ang D correction natin is minus 0.04. No? So, dito, sa gilid, makikita ko ang 0.4. Bali dito ako pupunta sa V and D correction. So, 0.4, ang maging correction is 0.2. 0.2 po. So, babalik ako dito sa sinusolve ko. Ay, sorry, hindi pala napakita. Ito, increments and corrections natin. No? So, 30 minutes ito. Tapos dito lang ako sa gilid, sa VND corrections tayo. Hahanapin ko dito sa VND correction ang 0.4. No? So, we have here 0.2. That is our VND correction natin. So, i-record ko tong 0.2. Yun. So, we have here your formula natin. Ang ating mga given. Ang declination is 2056.3 as per the table natin sa nautical almanac natin, di ba? And then we have also your D correction natin, which is 0.4. Tapos if we tabulated it, minus 0.2. Ang minus po dito doon nang galing. Ang minus po dito nang galing yan. So, we have to subtract and we have a total of declination natin, corrected declination natin na 20 degrees 56.1 north. North po ang declination, tatandaan yan. And also, rising ang ating body, the sun rose. So, ibig sabihin, rising. So, if we will look into ang amplitude natin, ang answer niya dahil rising, so east or west? East, rising. Rising. So, north. So, east-north dapat ang ating amplitude. So, eto siya again on how you will be looking. You need to first to get the declination. And then, the 30 na butal dito sa time na to, 30, pupuntahan mo yan sa increments and corrections, 30 minutes. Tapos dito ako sa VND correction, 0.4, I'll get the 0.2. Yun, nasolve na natin ang declination natin. We'll now solve for the amplitude. Mali na naman yung ating PowerPoint presentation. Solve for the amplitude. Solve for the amplitude natin. Ang formula po ng amplitude is sin amplitude is equal to sin declination divided by cos latitude. So on your calculators, you just need to press sin amplitude is equal to sin 20 degrees, 56.1 minutes divided by cosine 50 degrees, 30 minutes, 30.0 minutes, no? So, i-compute mo siya, you'll get the amplitude, you'll get the answer of sin amplitude is equal to 0.561736899709. Ita-transfer mo tong sine dito sa kabila. So, ang process there is isa sine inverse mo siya. So, you have to press on your calculator, no, sine inverse. Then, the answer natin. And then, you get the amplitude na answer na 34.2. So, itong east, nilagay ko to dahil rising siya. And then, north dahil north ang declination natin. So, that is the reason why ang amplitude natin is 34.2 degrees north. Next one, we need to convert it or we need to convert the amplitude natin to azimuth. Ito na po yung mga formula na sinasabi natin. Na sinasabi ko sa inyo, wherein, sorry, if the amplitude natin, or sorry, the amplitude natin is katulad nito, west 20 degrees south. Ang formula is 270 minus ang angle dito, ang answer. Kapag east-north, 90 minus the angle na dito sa gitna, that's the answer. Pag east-south natin, so 90 plus, you get the answer. 270 plus 20 kapag west-north. Ito po yung explanation doon. Kasi kapag kapag unahin natin west-south. West-south. So, 270. Ito, 270 yung west, di ba? Nandito yung angle mo. Nandito yung tawag dito, yung yung amplitude. Kasi sabi daw, 20 degrees from the west going south. So, west, 20 south. So, eto siya, 20 degrees dito. So dahil 270 ito sa azimuth natin, 270 papunta dito. So 270 minus this angle, you will get this angle. So that's 250. Kapag east-north naman, east to the north, east 20 degrees to the north. So that's etong angle na to, obviously, ang kukunin mong azimuth is from the north kasi, pag sinabi nating azimuth, from the north yan na angle, no, clockwise. So from here papunta dito. So to get this angle, all you have to do is dahil given itong amplitude natin, no, so north papuntang east, so 90 degrees. So, dahil given ito, 90 minus itong angle. Ganun din sa iba. Alam nyo na yan. So, pag east to south, dahil 90 degrees ito, papunta dito, i-add mo lang to yung angle na ito para makuha mo yung itong angle from north papunta dito. So, ito naman, ang angle dito, dahil 270 ito, 270 papunta dito, so i-add mo lang angle na ito, makukuha mo ang angle na ito. So, to solve for the amplitude, yun ang gagawin natin. So, to solve for the azimuth rather. So, amplitude natin is given E 34.2 degrees north. So, kukopya natin yung formula dito sa taas. So, that's 90 minus 90 minus the amplitude. Then, ito siya, east-north siya. So, ang ating azimuth is equal to 90 minus 34.2. You'll get the answer of azimuth na 055.8 degrees true. So, kumbaga, kung ano mo siya, parang eto siya, dahil east-north siya. So, yan yung magiging, kumbaga, parang true bearing ng sun natin. True bearing ng sun natin. Kasi yan, tabulated yan, calculated yan. So, we need to solve for dahil na-solve na natin yung azimuth, we will solve for the compass error. Daming error ng ano ko ng PowerPoint. Sorry. So, we need to solve for the compass error. Given na po ang ating azimuth na 055.8 degrees true, which will serve as our true bearing. So, true bearing natin is 055.8 degrees true. And nakalagay sa problem na ang ating compass bearing, ito nang kinuha niya, is 080. So, isubtract lang po yung dalawa, makuha natin yung compass error. Now, paano siya naging west? Remember the rule sa ating nav1, compass least, error east, compass best, error west. Kapag malaki daw yung compass bearing, west. Kapag maliit yung compass natin bearing, east. So, in this case, mas malaki si 80, of course, the 55. So, west ang ating sagot. And to get also for the deviation, no, all you have to do, kasi ang compass error po is the algebraic sum of the variation and the deviation natin. No, but since that the compass error is given, the variation is given, so all you have to do is to subtract and copy copy the sign of the greater number. So in this case, 24.2, the same naman na west, minus 10 degrees na variation natin, 14.2 ang ating deviation. No? So, that's it. We had solved for the compass error natin using your amplitude. Congratulations to us. And for any concerns, for anything na gusto ninyong i-clarify, no, within our PowerPoint presentation, within this our discussion, no, please do not hesitate to ask me. Private message man yan sa messenger natin, or you may email me, or you have my contact numbers, please do give me a message. And also, please do stay safe because we will be solving for more things here. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you, and thank you sa pag-watch ng aking video. I hope you learned something today. Thank you po, and stay safe.